What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be playing some Hackney Air Team Deathmatch, and you'll notice that my ping or the connection is very inconsistent in the game. Either way, I still did pretty well and actually did quite well and ended up getting all my streaks and stuff, so I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay in the background. But let's jump into the meat and potatoes of today's video, which is Modern Warfare's biggest design flaw. What do I personally think is the biggest design flaw when it comes to Modern Warfare? Personally, I think the biggest design flaw is the realism that they went for. They went with a full realistic feel, they went for realistic maps, realistic locations. Piccadilly is literally Piccadilly Circus from London, and it is almost one-to-one realistic. Like, I'm not kidding when I say that. I've been to Piccadilly, and you can tell that basically it is Piccadilly, because you go into that location, you go onto that map, and everything is how it would be. Windows everywhere, doors everywhere, you know, stuff like that. And I think personally that because they went for this realistic feel and this realistic look and everything, I personally think it's almost ruined the game, because there is far too many options, and the maps are basically like 3-lane maps, but then they've put a checkerboard across the back of the map. Like, that's essentially what it feels like they've done. They've put a checkerboard across the map and given everyone tons and tons of options of ways that they want to go and routes for them to take. Now, I don't mind the map design. I don't think it's terrible. I just think there's far too many options for people to camp, for people to sit in windows and stuff like that. And for me, that's my biggest issue, is the fact that there is so many different options for people, so many different ways and routes to go. And I feel like that's what's holding this game back, is the fact that there is far too many options. If they cut half of the windows off, if they cut some of the routes off in the game, and that would basically funnel people into certain areas. I think that that is a great thing. I think if it was funneled into certain areas, it would be a lot better. However, with the way that the maps are designed at the moment, you've got spawn areas which are so-called safe that the enemies can look directly into. And my issue with that is that when it comes to the spawn points, there isn't more than one way that you can go. You either spawn in and run out and die, or you sit back and just hope to God that you can pick a few people off before you do have to run away and do other things like that. So, for me personally, I wish they would take them bits of the spawns out and spawn people left and right. Spawn them further out into the map a little bit, or make that back end of the map a little bit bigger. To me, what they need to do is enclose the maps a little bit more, make the maps slightly smaller, give people less space to spawn in, but also give them more options right out of spawn of which way they want to go. Make sure that when they do spawn in, there is multiple options, because currently right now, the way that it's done is you basically have to just go forward and hope that you're not going to get spawn killed, and then you can go left and right. To me, the best way to do it would be spawn them in a building somewhere, put a building or some sort of container or something there, spawn them behind that, and give them the option to go left, right and down the middle. That, to me, would be a much better way of doing it when it comes to the spawns and the way that that system works, because it would give people more options, it would give people more ways to do things and more options when it comes to trying to get out of your spawn. The issue for me with this game is that, obviously, because of the way the maps have been designed to be realistic and everything like that, there is windows and doors and little nooks and crannies everywhere. And it's a prime example when Dismo showed a few clips on Twitter where basically a guy was hiding behind a shower curtain just because it was there. He found an optimal spot where he could make, you know, take advantage of it to get a few kills, or maybe even he was just reloading behind it. But it meant that he literally ran forward, ran into that room, and got completely melted by someone he didn't even see because the guy was right behind a curtain. To me, that's a little bit too much detail in the maps. I feel like they went for a really realistic feel. They wanted to make it real and put different aspects there to let people hide, to cater to the newer players, since the learning curve in this game is so big. But I do think that they shouldn't be catering so much to the newer players. The people that are playing the game left, right and centre, the people that are playing the game day in, day out, not the brand new people that are coming into it, are the most important. And having maps that are designed in a way that really penalises the people that are running around and stuff is not the best. However, I have found the more and more attachments I've unlocked, the more different guns I've used, the stuff like that. Once you start getting the guns up to a really high rank and leveling up quickly and stuff like that, once you get to a certain level and you can get all of the aim down sight attachments and stuff like that, you can definitely still rush in this game. It just takes a while to get to that point. So, in all honesty, I personally think that it would be better if it was done a certain way. If it was done slightly differently, I think it would be a lot better of a game, and I think the game would flow a lot more quickly. And Infinity Ward has currently announced that, you know, they're going to be doing big patches, there's big changes coming, or the Gaming Revolution has leaked there's going to be big changes coming in the near future for Modern Warfare. And, in all honesty, I'm quite excited to see what they change. I hope they don't change too much, but I am actually quite looking forward to them making changes, because I think it's going to be good for the community. I think it's going to be good for the players. I think it's going to be good for the people that have been playing this game since day one, that are getting really good at the game now, or getting a lot better at the game now, starting to find their flow in the game, like I am. And personally, I think moving forward, this is probably the best move they could have done, is to make sure that, you know, everyone is happy, make sure that the veteran players are happy, make sure that the new players are happy, and make a bit of a compromise on what to do next. What is the next step to improve the game? And obviously they want to appease the fans, they want to make the fans happy, they want to put things into the game that we're going to enjoy and we're going to, you know, love, and sort of just have a look around and see what we can do with the game. Obviously we're going to be able to make different suggestions and stuff to play the game and hopefully improve the game as well. And personally, I just think it's going to be a really, really good thing. I think this game has a lot of potential, and when it comes to it, I personally think that there's going to be a lot of potential and a lot of good things coming when it comes to Modern Warfare. So I'm really looking forward to see how they improve it and see how they do with this game. But honestly, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do agree or disagree with me, leave your comments and feedback down below. I would love to create a discussion about this game in the comments section. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future content. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.